Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards with Friday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda will propose the establishment of a dedicated CARICOM vaccine fund at the upcoming Regional Heads of Government meeting, following concerns about potential vulnerabilities in global health security. The country's cabinet made this decision amid growing uncertainty about small states' access to vaccines and essential medicines, particularly in light of the U.S. administration's announced plans to withdraw from the World Health Organization, WHO. The proposed fund would serve as a financial buffer for Caribbean nations, enabling them to purchase vaccines independently in the event of future global crises. This initiative reflects mounting concerns about the impact of reduced WHO funding as the United States currently stands as one of the organization's largest financial contributors. The withdrawal of U.S. support from WHO could significantly impact smaller nations' access to vital medical resources during future pandemics, potentially leaving them to navigate the commercial vaccine market independently. While in Brazil, a small aircraft crashed on an avenue in Sao Paulo on Friday morning, killing at least 2 of its passengers, the local firefighter corps said in a statement. The plane went down in the Barra Funda neighborhood on the city's west side near its downtown. A piece of the plane hit a bus, injuring one woman inside, while a motorcyclist was struck by another piece of the wreckage. The firefighter's statement said. Both were receiving medical care. A later statement said that 4 additional victims at the site were taken to hospitals in the region with minor injuries. Images on local media showed the plane's fuselage and the bus on fire, with firefighters working to extinguish the blaze. The plane was bound to Porto Alegre in the southern Rio Grande do Sul state. Finally, more than 100 Kenyan police arrived in Haiti's capital on Thursday to reinforce a security mission whose future has been in limbo after the U.S. froze some funding before passing a waiver to unlock a separate batch of funds. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, speaking from Santo Domingo alongside Dominican Republic President Luis Abinader, acknowledged that the current mission, backed by the United Nations, was not enough to solve the current crisis. Violent gangs armed with weapons, largely trafficked from the U.S., have united in the Haitian capital Port-au-Prince and now control most of the city. Gangs also control a swathe of other areas, including agricultural heartlands. The security mission, approved by the UN Security Council but not led by the UN, has struggled to make headway in fighting gangs as its numbers remain far under target and it relies on voluntary contributions from member nations. A contingent of 144 Kenyan soldiers touched down in Port-au-Prince, with Kenyan President William Ruto adding he had spoken to Rubio about the mission. The UN warned this week that the U.S. had frozen more than $13 million in funding for the security force that it had already paid into the UN's dedicated fund as part of the U.S. President Donald Trump's 90-day pause on foreign aid. The move threw the already shaky mission into limbo, with Haitians worried it would be shuttered altogether. The State Department later said that Rubio had approved waivers on $40.7 million in foreign assistance to the Haitian National Police and the security mission. That assistance will not, however, go into the dedicated UN fund, a State Department spokesperson said. The violence in Haiti has displaced record numbers of residents, many internally, but others fleeing to the neighboring Dominican Republic, with which Haiti shares the island of Hispaniola. Rubio said the U.S. would not ask Dominican President Abinader to accept an influx of Haitian migrants. Habanero in recent months launched a deportation drive to return some 10,000 migrants, mostly Haitians, to their home countries every week. Habanero on Thursday tapped a military officer as drug Cesar, similar to Canada's fentanyl Cesar post created to appease demands by Trump to crack down on the flow of illicit drugs. Rubio will also sign a waiver to unblock funds for foreign aid programs in the Dominican Republic, he said. Thank you for watching. Do have a great weekend. Until next time.